judges, Farah White. How are you?
I'm great.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is your fourth Mammoth Film Festival?
It is.
But
it
not
is.
in a row.
But not in a row. And it was easier to get here this time because the wind made my broom go faster. But like, oh, we got a laugh from the other. Good. It's a good sign.
So you're judging the shorts and also features.
Yes.
Let's talk about the judging process.
Okay.
For you, because I mean, what's it like to judge these films and these performances, these filmmakers and stuff, like as a filmmaker, as an actor yourself?
Sure.
What's
It's,
that like?
I actually love it. And I tell people if they get the opportunity, they should absolutely be a juror if they can. Because you really get to see the ins and outs of the way everyone, their processes and what their ideas are. But no, it's actually, I feel like I learn something every project that I'm on. And I feel like there's things to be learned everything that you see.
Sure.
You know, there's bits and pieces of all of it that you're going to identify with more.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. I love watching it. I actually need to watch things a couple of times because I feel like the first time you're going in and that's just strictly story based, and then depending on what it is, I may watch it again to kind of pick up on some of the other cues and other gifts that are there that I might have missed.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like shorts, at least by the general public, maybe people watching online, can get overlooked sometimes a bit. Not by people at film festivals. I mean,
Right.
not by us, of
Right.
course.
Right.
But out there a little bit. But shorts are an interesting thing because the filmmakers. I mean, you don't have much time.
Right.
It's mostly about plot. Usually, they got to cram a lot of story in there. I mean, talk about sort of the differences between judging the shorts versus a feature, a 90-minute or a 2-hour kind of feature.
Well, when this is something that is a subject matter that's come up a lot, it's attention spans in general are just getting shorter and shorter. So you really do have to come out and get people's attention and get them quickly. You really don't have the time to let the story unfold like you used to. At least, your first 10 minutes is key. But like you said, as a short, most of the time that is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But no, I think that shorts are an excellent way for filmmakers to get to show stylistically all of the different things that they can do. There were several shorts here in this festival this year where the directors were keen enough to literally have 3 different genres within their short.
Wow.
Which I immediately thought, okay, that dude could direct this, he could do this, he could do this. Super smart thing, super savvy business move.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the features. The
Yeah.
features that are here. You're watching those too. And
Yeah.
we got a lot of good ones. You saw Flux last night
Yeah, I
at
did.
the theaters,
Did.
but
Super
there's a bunch of
sexy.
good ones.
Yeah, wild ride. You know what? There's and the talent, and I feel like that about Mammoth in general. It is always, it just blows me away that that this isn't just 10 times as big as it is, but it's kind of great. It's like Austin, Texas. It's like before everyone moves there and
It's our
starts
little
to mess
secret
it up.
still kind of a bit.
Well, for a minute,
Yeah.
it's treasure. So get here the next few years, because also you get such intimate moments with the filmmakers, and you get to meet and talk, and you're really hanging out, and it's. This festival is the perfect festival for filmmakers to come and meet other filmmakers that they want to work with.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been so many just kick-ass features, beautiful stories, and that makes our job as a juror, really, really tough.
Yeah.
Because if there were more awards that they were giving away, or if there were, it's just hard to narrow it down.
Yeah.
But so many great storytellers and just so many different kinds of films.
Yeah.
So it's nice, and so many different everyone. I feel like everyone is represented here
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
So it's nice because it covers all the bases.
Well, it's a good thing that it's so hard for you guys to pick winners and
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
decide who gets the trophy or
Yeah.
or whatever, because it just ups the quality of everything around here and
Yeah.
submissions for future and all
Yeah.
of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
what Taylor's
should.
always talking about. I mean, because Mammoth Film Festival as a marketplace,
Mm-hmm.
it's a budding marketplace. They sold, I think, 5 films last year. They're sure to sell a bunch this year.
So, and that gets overlooked. People actually don't talk about that enough. I'm a juror at tons of different film festivals, all over the U.S., and film festivals that have been in existence for, 10, 15, some of them 25 years, and they have not necessarily been able to turn their festivals into a marketplace. So the fact that Mammoth has done that and done that in such a short amount of time is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanner Beard and
Tomic
it's
and
kind of a beast. Yeah,
Jando,
Tomic.
Theo, yeah.
They're really doing the right thing, and it's because they're in the know.
Yeah.
And they're in the business, you know, and they're doing it. Yes, they're doing this festival, but they're still actors and producers and directors and writers.
Yep.
And that's what's so cool is that they know it from all of the different aspects. And I find that most of the filmmakers here do as well. You know, it's not people that just do one thing, which I love.
When you see returning filmmakers too at this festival, in a good way, you see filmmakers from years past that were making, maybe their first films, and then now they're coming back on, maybe their second, third, fourth. The movie Flux last night at the festival last year was like a trailer because they had shot some. They were going back searching for financing. Now this year, here they come, and they're on the red carpet with their world premiere last night,
which is wild. And also, I would tell people if you're at a festival or if you're watching a film and there is a Q&A, if you have to go pee, get up, go pee, and come back. But watch the Q&As because you learn so much. I had no idea whatsoever that they had encountered all of those issues. And then hearing that the first shot of the film was the one where she's being, she joked and said, well, my ass was out, and then she's getting strangled on the kitchen table by her husband. I'm not giving anything away there. You're going to be, I know you're not going to believe me, but if you see it, you'll know what I mean. But it's, you would never know in context. And it's just always fun to hear those kind of stories. And I feel like that loops everybody in and makes you feel like you're a part of it and almost like you were even there.
Did you catch her drop that loop reference in there? Pretty savvy.
You're welcome.
Well, what's up next for you?
Oh gosh, I've got a few things that I'm really hoping are going to go, but I've got a couple of more festivals coming up with a different a rock and roll documentary that is kind of a classic that we've refigured, which is a whole nother great thing that's happening. Is people are getting savvy enough that when their distribution deals end, they get the movie back and then redo it, right? Because of all of the streamers. So tonight, I'm fortunate enough, we have a film called Exterminators that's actually showing. That is Amber Heard, Jennifer Coolidge, Heather Graham, Joey Lauren Adams, and myself. And really funny shit about a group of women who meet in an anger management group who start killing people's ex-husbands for money. And Coolidge has always been Coolidge. So there was like just gems, in there. She would add just these little things where, they're supposed to be walking up to a store and someone will walk by, like one of the featured extras walking by, and she'll be like, she smells like she's with patchouli, and just that kind of stuff, but just these little treasures. So, I'm glad you brought the movie up because I wanted to bring it up because obviously we're showing it here at Mammoth. And, fun movie. So much fun.
Everyone loves Jennifer Coolidge, of course. And
who doesn't
that's
love
a great story. Do you have any others?
Oh, gosh. So there was so much because, she's an improver and I'm actually improv too and work with 4 Day Weekend in Texas for 20-something years. But they in between takes, she would just start riffing. And I was the one I'm all in always. But yeah, she was making, terrible jokes about... in character. Oh, Marcia, are you going to give another blowjob class this year? Are you going to? I love that cheese with the berries.
She's always on, huh?
She's always on.
Yeah.
And she was like that when we drink wine at night too. It was she's just a ball. And
fun.
What's so great about her also is, having connected with her years ago, you can text her and say, hey, I'm coming to LA, and she'll meet you.
Cool.
And she'll show up and she'll dress up to come.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Yes,
cool.
she will show up and be who, and just the freaking life of the party.
That's great. Well, the chemistry comes across when you watch the movie for sure. Are you going to watch it? Do you watch yourself?
100%. So I don't normally, but this is 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So, now absolutely I'm going to watch it, and I will be like, oh God, remember how fat and terrible you felt there? And don't you wish those days were back? Don't you wish you still look like that? You
different
dumb
time.
bitch. No, but it's fine, right? I think we all do that, and it's human nature, and everyone hates. That's what's so wild about this industry. I feel like all actors hate looking at themselves. Like on the big screen,
Sort of.
it's pretty brutal.
In a way.
It's pretty
You
brutal.
know, they all say it anyway.
It's pretty brutal because you're all seeing that one thing that probably no one else is looking at.
Yeah.
But it's all you see when you look in the mirror.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Well, there's 6 people in the scene and you're just watching yourself. And,
Until you, right, unless it's you're in, a super character and then you're like,
why am I
get
doing that
lost
while
in
that
it.
person's talking? What am I doing?
Yeah, why are
Yeah.
you leaning over? It looks like you're farting.
And of course,
What
the
are you-
audience
why?
is focused on what's happening in the scene. But,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like you would learn from that, right? On what
Right.
not to do.
Right.
But forever captured on celluloid history.
Funny.
Yeah.
The Loop Live this year is brought to you by our good friends at Seen It, everybody. The world's favorite movie trivia board game.
Nice.
And then also Rack the Planet. So I have a briefcase for you here, Farah. And did you already get one?
Think that this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, have you gotten
I
one?
know Lexi Beard.
Okay. Well, I'm going to rack the planet.
Oh my God.
Here you go.
Oh my
So
God.
there's cash in there.
Look
in the box.
how-
And there's a little card in there that tells you what to do with it.
Okay, but look.
Yeah.
Look what it looks like.
Perfect packaging. So you
That's-
open that box, there's cash in there. Your mission, should you choose to accept it,
Yes.
is to take that cash and rack the planet with it, which rack stands for random acts of kindness. You can pay that cash forward to anyone else, keep it for yourself, pay for someone's coffee in line or whatever.
Yes.
And have fun with it. But we appreciate them powering the Loop this year.
Well, you know what? An incredible organization. In fact, I'm going to try and start doing some more work with them. So
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to give me this.
Yeah, there you
but,
go.
yeah, one of the things that that we talked about earlier was that Rock Doc Dig
Yeah.
Double X. So I had read because when we were redoing it and relaunching it and added like 40 minutes of new footage, I had read that Dave Grohl was a huge fan of the original film, and so I thought, well, I got to get a hold of him and see if he wants to be involved or see if he'll do an intro for us. And he is one of those kind-hearted
This is
people
what
that
I've
is
always
always
heard. Yeah.
literally feeding the homeless, constantly doing things, just raising money for everything. And I feel like this is so up his alley. So I'm gonna try and rack
him.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Hey, on that note.
Yeah.
For Farah White,
Boom.
I'm Brett. This has been The Loop Live. Thanks for watching.